here. I have total around 6+ years of experience,
Mm,
and I'm with Techmojo from the last 4 years.
okay.
And in Techmojo, we have multiple projects. I'm working with a project client called Roshan. That's about me. And that extract, what you said, also matches here. The additional thing is we use, I mean, depends on project, but we use AWS in some projects and GCP as cloud services. And everything here is Dockerized. All the software hyped words, Dockerized, containerized, all everything is used here. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Now I'll share you one link. Just give me a
Okay.
second. Will you share your screen? Just give me a second, mate.
Yeah, sure. Just now, could you see my screen?
Not yet. It's loading. Yeah. Will you open that link for me?
Okay.
Join as candidate. Yep, sir. Can you? There are two questions. One is DSA question, and the other is MySQL question. Okay. And yeah, now you can start. It's up to you in which order you wanna start. It's up to you.
Okay.
And which language are you comfortable coding in?
Java 8.
Java only. Fine.
Java only.
Cool.
So firstly, I want to explain it, or can I write?
Firstly, explain me what do you understand? How do you want to solve this?
So here, firstly, must solve the first problem. Like index, we will index 0. So from our uh, we will add here sorted array. So from our we can move to the next form like I plus 1, or skip 1 like I plus 1, I plus 2, sorry. After that we will stop buns like maximum solve minus mini solve greater than and equal to threshold. So it's if it's never possible,
Sorry,
so
sorry, 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 sorry. Can you repeat that? I did not follow, Krishna. I'm sorry. I was unable to follow.
like
Can you
approach I
repeat
am
slowly?
starting like that's always index 0. So mini point index 0 here. Okay, it is a start and first problem, right?
Okay.
After that I will try solve a problem count like count is equal to 1, initialize count is equal to 1 here.
Okay.
And
I
after
mean,
that,
explain me what was the question and the approach. Code you need not tell me. You can write. I'll try to check the code directly. But explain me the algorithm in short.
so okay. So here like first we said there is in point now 1 2 3 5 8. So
Okay.
first problem like index 0 must be solved, and after solve a problem like the student can solve either and next one and or skip one, and there we want to minimum find of problem numbers, like
Okay.
find the minimum number of the problems of the student must solve here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Go on. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, I'm just trying. So,
What you're trying to do, Krishnakant, could you explain me?
What is time to do for?
What you're trying to do? Was unable to understand. I mean,
Yeah,
from
so here
9:40.
I am studying like that always index zero. So so many is equal to pointing zero index here. So after that I am
Mm,
tracking solve problem counts. So I am using the initialize count is equal to one here. After that
mm.
I am like at each step you have two options like solve next I plus one, otherwise solve after skipping I plus two. So we want to reach a thread holder as a fast as problem with minimum problem. So after that I'm
Yes.
like checking conditions. Hmm?
Why did you write that I plus one outside of a loop?
This one, this if
Mm.
you here I'm using j, but I think it will come it like at each we can say na, at each step to you have like after solving a new problem it index j to check it like point j minus min. After that minimum like a
J
maximum is
is
equal to threshold. So if s, so it return count current count. So we are just checking these conditions here.
but it is outside for loop, right?
It is outside. So are you saying like why I am not writing inside the for loop this condition, huh?
No, no, no. Continue. You continue. After solving, let me know. Hey,
Hello.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you explain me now, Krishnakant?
Yeah, so that time you was asking me na why we are using inside. So if I will write this one in for loop now, so maybe it will not work. Like you was saying now, why we are using outside.
Okay, okay. I mean, run the code and just try to test now once. Run the code.
Okay, so here I am trying. First, I have taken like I am starting like n equal to point dot size. So it will like yeah that always index zero. Like
No, that
starting
I
with.
understood. Uh-huh. That I understood.
Hmm.
Now, current minus. Once try to run the test now, Krishnakant.
Run the test.
Yep.
I think test 0 is not only 3 test cases passing here. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. Uh, for other test cases like where is the different?
First is the threshold, next is the integer array, right?
Hmm.
Mm. What's your what's your ask? I did not understand what you tried to say.
I'm just asking like for other test cases it is not working.
Yeah. If you
So
need a break, you can go back to next problem and we can come back to this a bit later.
sorry, I don't know means why it is. How can I solve? I according to my approach, I have used this one only.
Okay, okay. Let's get back to this question a bit later, Krishnapal. Can you go to the next problem?
Next
There is
problem, this one, right?
yeah,
Here.
that one. Yeah, yeah. No, no, that one only. The tab, yeah, the student score. Could you please go through this?
Okay.
Scroll up to the question. Yeah.
So there is the one student. This college should be 69.5. Okay.
Ha, Krishna, are you comfortable with MySQL?
Yeah, MySQL I have knowledge.
Yeah, cool. That would be great. Yeah.
So here, like we want to check the average squares, right? Like first one, there is the 50. It is less than or the 69.5, so we will not print. And we will check like fourth one. So 85. It is the which is the more than the 69.5.
Yes,
We are printing, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Hello.
Krishna. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Good, good.
it's working this way.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and what are you? I mean, in Java, how do you use? I mean, which database do you use in general?
Database I am using MySQL only.
And how about the DB connections? I mean, how do you write queries? Do you what do you use? I mean,
Sorry, your voice is very low.
okay. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible, but sometimes your voice like, oh, are you asking like how can I connect my database in my project, right?
Yeah. I mean, do you use DBA or what do you use in general?
So in my project, I was using the Spring Boot project. So I have used some dependency like MySQL connector and starter data JPA dependency I have used. After that, I have in the application.properties, I have used like URL, username, password, and after that, I have make the entity classes. There I have given some used some annotation like at the rate entity. So what name are you giving the class? It will make the table in the database, and you are providing the which type field are you providing. It says it will store as a columns, and after that I have make the repository jp repository interface also.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Now, have you ever worked on any Kafka events? I mean, any.
Yeah, I
Just give
have
me a
also
second.
used Kafka.
Okay.
So for the Kafka, like we want to live messages, we want to learn, so we can use for asynchronous way.
Sorry, can you repeat that? What do you mean when you say live messaging?
Like asynchronous way, we want to read, consume the message, and produce the message, so we can use asynchronous communication we want, so we can use.
Okay. We could. Okay. Without Kafka, how do you do asynchronous communication in Java?
Without Kafka, yeah, we can with the help of uh, message queue we can use.
Why do you need a queue itself? I mean, that's my question.
Uh, Here we can use the synchronous way, like REST template, web template.
Okay. I mean, in short, let's assume I'll try to tell you a use case. Let's say you have an endpoint that needs to perform an update in the database, that needs to call an external in API, and that needs to return the response to the caller, the endpoint that is invoked. Now, in this, what can be done asynchronously?
We have endpoint update in like a database and need to return column for. So what can be done?
You also need to call some other API also.
So
Just
here we
update
can
that.
use the synchronous way.
Okay. How can you improve the performance here? Let's say DB update is taking 10 seconds and the
Fin
call to
client we can
external.
use here, no?
Sorry?
Fin client.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm not talking about the
We
implementation.
can use the index here, like column use in where like we can use index here, like cause index have indexing, and pagination also we can use.
Okay. That is about DB part. Now, the call to any third party, I told you, right? What can you do that without stopping the without stopping the response to the caller?
Rest time we can use
Okay,
rest
that
time.
is for calling, right?
Hmm.
But user is still waiting the response until you call that API, right?
So we can pass the URL inside the service class, like we are in the service layer. We can pass the URLs, third party URLs, like get for object and post for mm, objects, like so we want to like post, so we can use the post URL, and we want to get, so we can use get URL, post for object.
Okay, but let's say even for that get post, user is waiting for that response, right? I mean, but user should not wait, right? That could be done in the background. Now, how will you solve that problem?
So we can use here web client here. because
How does it work?
it is a non-blocking system now. Non-blocking
What
system
is
we can use. Non-blocking
what
process
is?
we can say. Hmm?
Can you explain?
Yeah, non like web client. We can non-blocking means like we are using a web flex here, so it will not normally otherwise flex will use other, so there is not don't needed to like any responses here. We can use here block method like for the synchronize.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay.
we can't use the block method here, otherwise it will make the synchronous. Without a block we can like get the flex, so we can use without a black method, so it will not make
Have
the
you
response. Hmm?
have you used completable features or async keywords in your application ever? Did you get any use case to use them?
If you We have also used the thread pools, uh, executor services I have used.
Why do you use them?
Compatible table, like we can say like execute compatible feature like how like we have a manager we can say, and there is the four different developers. So which type manager want to the task, so it will call the developers come and do, and after that manager will decide it, means we can say execute will decide it which thread will work. After it will complete, it will say okay you can go, means it thread go again in the thread pool. So compatible fools feature like it will working together, it will not wait to each others.
My question is not how does completable feature or executor service works, but what problem does it solve?
Mm,
Why? What is the use case to use that executor service?
we can like calling external API without blocking, and after the DB update in background, and running multiple tasks in parallel, and calling result. So we can use here.
Okay, okay, cool. Have you ever used any distributed cache in your systems?
Yeah, caching I have using. Caching like uh, it will use for the improving performance, like it will call DB only once time, after that it will store as a caching, so it will not again and again calling to the DB RDB. It is like frequency
Okay.
used data we.
Okay. Did you use any cache in your system?
Yeah, I have used in my system also,
Okay.
like
Which type
we
of
can use
cache?
at that it enable caching, so we can at that using the this annotations at that enable
Okay.
caching like.
Okay. Okay. And I mean, do you know? I mean, did you get a chance to? I mean, which cloud do you use, or what do you use for deployment? How does your application gets deployed?
For Azure I have used. So
Azure. I mean,
uh,
how is your code? I mean, the Spring Boot application is deployed into production. Do you have any idea? I mean, any visibility on that? Not in production. Let's say in dev. I mean, in dev or UAT or anywhere. How is it deployed?
so like in my project I have using the Azure, like you want to deploy, so there is the CI/CD pipeline. So like there is some
Okay.
environment like QA tester and production and QA tester and dev also. So like you want to
Mm.
deploy your project in, like I am a developer, so I am locally I have write my code. After that I will deploy my code in the dev environment. So there is the CI/CD pipeline I have deployed with the help of Jenkins pipeline. So here I have deployed my code in the dev environment. After that we can test in our locally also. So this type I have used in the Azure.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, and what are the frequently used annotations by you in Spring Boot?
Could you please repeat?
What are the frequently used annotations in Spring Boot?
Frequently used
What annotations have you used in your day-to-day life mostly?
annotation in my Spring Boot or like separate
Spring
some.
Boot. Spring Boot.
At the in the Spring Boot, I have used so many annotations like at the rate entity, at the rate service layer, at the rate controller, race controller, at the rate get mapping, post mapping. Like for main annotation like at the rate Spring Boot application, at the rate auto wire also for the auto wire like automatic it will make the inject the bean and dependency.
Okay, good, good, good. Yeah. And do you have any questions? I guess it's almost done, right? Yeah. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, so yeah, which part I need to improve myself, so I will work on it also. I because first question I have not cleared fully.
Sorry, sorry.
Which part I need to improve myself? Like, could you give me some suggestion? Like, first one not able to complete Edna. So, what
Ah,
can I
yeah,
do
you.
for the first problem? Like, what I am doing the wrong here? So, all test cases is not passing.
Yeah, you did not account for all the use cases, right? You solved it. Let's say in you're solving it sequentially, right? Firstly, it is a sorted array.
Hmm.
Firstly, you could use binary search to get the required threshold on the first go. But even though if you wanted to solve it using brute force, you're not accounting for next iterations, right? For example, you are increasing the counter as count plus plus and returning count, right? In the next iteration, I still is equivalent to 2, right? You might be going to 3 over there, right?
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, have a look at this problem, pose this session. You'll be trying to get that. Yeah. Other than this, it was nice talking to you. I mean, you have good knowledge on Spring Boot and all. Yeah.
Okay. I will check also this problem. So, I have some